And speaking of pride, let's look at the year in review video about our beef industry. Thanks again.
2012 is a year that I think we will all look back upon and remember as a year full of challenge, change, and courage. Challenge beginning with all of the challenges brought on by Mother Nature in a historic drought our industry has not seen in over 50 years. The change that we needed to bring about to not only address some of our industry's most pressing issues or vulnerabilities, but also the role of the consumer in this entire discussion and the changing consumer preferences for beef. And last but not least, the courage that I have seen across this industry, despite these challenges and despite the changes we've been navigating through, that resiliency and that courage to keep moving forward and keep producing that ultimate beef eating experience for consumers all around the globe.
Well, I think the thing that Chekhoff investors can be the most proud of in 2012 is the way that our committees have been restructured. So Chekhoff committees now have been restructured to focus entirely on the industry long-range plan, as well as those demand drivers we know drive consumer purchases for beef. So any structure that can be reorganized to focus directly on the consumer as far as the Chekhoff goes is definitely a good thing. We've also had some opportunities in 2012 to tell consumers about the nutrition and the health package that beef offers, and I think this is definitely one of the wins for 2012 in the Beef Chekhoff.
The thing I'm very proud of is our team, our officer team, was elected to really look out for the organization by our peers. So our 25,000 members elected us to really oversee the organization. And that means not only fiscally, but personnel-wise, and just to make sure that we're representing them and their needs every day of the year out there in Washington, D.C., or all across the nation and around the world, for that matter to speak.
We have seen an increase in 2011, probably a record increase in exports of U.S. beef around the world. We're in over 80 countries now with U.S. beef, and over 100 countries are wanting our beef. Another thing that we're doing, we're kind of streamlining our committee structure in the Cattlemen's Beef Board with the Federation of Qualified State Beef Councils to be more efficient in our dollars. We know that probably in 2013 there's going to be some drop-off in the amount of funds that we have to promote beef and beef products, and so we're kind of preparing in advance for that. And I tell the producers, you know, when the going gets tough, the tough gets going. My personal goal for the Cattlemen's Beef Board and as a producer is to bring industry unification. At some point, the Chekhoff, we need to look whether it can be enhanced or not and promote our product and demand so that beef remains at a strong demand. Demand is as good now as it's ever been. We sell all the beef production that we make at a good price, and there's not going to be as much beef in the future, so we need to keep that price level up there so it can be profitable for the industry.
The thing that I've cherished the most is the fact that I've been able to go to a lot of different locations, particular states, visit with their affiliates, their beef councils, and so on. You get to see producers that you've gotten to know over the years through various involvement in their home settings. And the thing I've said is all producers do it differently. There's none that do it the same, even within states or within regions. But we've all got to work together. And I think that's the thing that I really cherish the most is seeing all these people in their backyard, so to speak, and very hospitable, warm and open, and it's been a great experience.
The producers. Every day I kind of wake up and I look at myself in the mirror and I remind myself who I work for, and that's beef producers. Beef producers are a shrinking population in our country, and we often don't think of producers as a population that needs help as far as taking their product to the consumer. And so that's what I do every day, is I try to bridge that link between the good work that producers do and the consumer that buys the product. I firmly believe that beef producers and all of agriculture are the bedrock of American society. They are the people that this country was built on, and I'm really proud to work for them.
In 2013, we're excited to be able to build on the momentum from 2012. And again, taking into consideration all of the challenges that our industry is facing, one of the areas that we think is the greatest opportunity, not just for 2013, but as we move toward the year 2025, is to really understand what the millennial generation thinks about beef and how beef plays a role in their diet today versus where it will play a role in their diet as a generation, perhaps in the year 2020 to the year 2025.